Welcome back to AutoCAD Tutorial Session 3, Part 3. And before we were adding stubs, creating spacing for our connections, which we will add now actually. So that spacing is going to be filled in. Let's go ahead and start that with embedded. We also made blocks out of our connections for a 0.5 round. So while I'm here, let's cross our fingers and hope we don't lag again. So I'm going to go home to insert, and then insert our recently created block, unless you already did the last time. So I want an A connection for a 0.5 round, which that is. And let's go ahead, put it there. So it's a quadrant snap. So I'm going to find that quadrant snap. So our end goal would be to make it look like that. So without further ado, let's use 3D rotate. So right now it looks like that. I'm going to select it. I'm going to type 3D rotate using our quadrant snap as our base point. So which ring or rotation axes should you pick? Oh, that's weird. Go back to 3D rotate. So quadrant snap. Pick the red ring or that rotation axis. That should be your XZ plane, I believe. Is it your Y? No, that's your YZ plane, excuse me. Let's try to see if we can get a center. And if you can't get a center, if you have ortho on, just click somewhere. And then click on something else that you can grab. So could be that quadrant. If you click, it'll make it perpendicular. Alright? This looks good, right? But if you notice, if you have them all facing this way, this thing is not going to slide. It just can't. It just can't slide away. Imagine you have one here, one here, one here. They're all going in different directions if we do that. So is there a way to make them all the same direction? Yes. We just got to flip them the other way. Let's go back. So we have this here. Let's 3D rotate this first. Using the blue ring, that will be your XY plane. So now it's facing this way. This is the one we want. Alright, we want the facing towards us or away from us. This is really key because they all have to slide together. Alright, they all have to slide. So I'm going to move it quadrant to quadrant. Make sure that's correct. Select it, type 3D rotate, use a quadrant snap, use a red ring. Let's see if I can get a quadrant here. That's not the correct quadrant. Okay, just click somewhere. Don't snap though, but snap to a quadrant here. That will force it in. And there you have it. That is why we use 3D rotate, everyone. This is pretty much the reason why. So the next step would be to add a B connection. So we have an A connection, we need a B connection. So let's go ahead, add this in. Okay. Let's move this so it's at least touching somewhere. And let's see, that's our base point. Let's rotate it about the XY plane and get a good view of that. Okay. And let's see, it should be facing the exact opposite way, actually. The way that it's facing. So let's move this corner to that corner. I know these two are supposed to fit together. I'm going to type 3D rotate. I'm going to click on that, choose the red ring. Let's try to select this corner and go to that corner. Now look at that, they are together. So if we close this and save, look at that beast. Oh yeah. So we're basically going to do this for each part. So I'll let you try to figure out how to do this one and this one. And then we'll come back and figure out what to do with the connection between the stub, well, with the stub actually. So I'll see you in the next part.